I had a lady walk in. I wouldn't be surprised if her name was Karen either. She's getting the sandwich, and I'm about to walk out of the store. As my coworker's making the sandwich, I hear her say, like, "No, I didn't want that on the sandwich. I told you I didn't want that on the sandwich." And he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, no problem." And he made a mistake. He put pickles on there, and then she didn't want it, so he put the pickles back in the bin. As soon as you put pickles on a sub, if it doesn't want it on there, you gotta toss it away. You can't throw it back in the bin. My coworker comes up to me and goes, "Hey, this lady's asking for the manager." I go out to the lobby. She's like, "Hey, can I talk to you?" I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." She's like, "Let's not talk here though. Can we go sit there in the corner?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure." And as I'm walking there, I'm like, "All right, let's see what happens here." So then she's like, "So we got a big problem, buddy." I'm like, "Oh, what happened?" She's like, "Well, one of your coworkers is not following the safety guidelines, health and safety guidelines." I'm like, "Oh, please, like, well, please tell me. Let me see what's going on." She's like, "I specifically told him no pickles. Not only did he put the pickles on my sub, but he threw it back in the bin." Now, that's cross-contamination. That's points off of your store right away. You're lucky I'm not here to do an inspection. I'm like, whoa, like, where's this coming from? I'm like, "I'm sorry that happened. I kind of saw that it happened. I'm just happy you got the sub the way you wanted." She's like, "That's not the problem here, though. That employee right there, he's going to take your business down. Not only down, but you guys are going to go out of business. You're not going to be here if he's here." I'm like, whoa. Like, I'll go back there. I'll teach him. Like, he made a mistake. He's like, I ran a Starbucks for 14 years, and I took that store to be number one. And I'm like, whoa, like, very nice. He's like, "Yeah, I know a thing about managing, and the only thing you can do right now is document that employee. It's severe enough where we could fire him, but I don't want to go that far." And I'm like, "Oh, like, don't worry, I'll go back there. He might not know, so I'll give him some coaching." She's like, "If you're scared, I could do it with you. Just call him out. Tell him to come out here. I'll sit down. We'll do it with you." I'm like, no, I'm not scared, but no, he doesn't need to get written up. Let me just go back there and coach him. She's like, "See, people like you, they won't make it in this business because you can't do the hard thing. I'm telling you, just bring him out here. We'll do it together." I'm like, "Listen, lady, thank you. I appreciate your help, but I'm just going to go back there and teach him how to do it." So I finally walk away from this lady, and then I go back there and talk to him. And I'm like, "All right, have a great day." And I see she's just standing there in the lobby, like, waiting to see what happens. 10 minutes had passed by. I tell my employee, I'm like, "Dude, please don't walk out right now. This lady's going to fire you." Yeah, but crazy lady.
I mean, you should have offered her a job at that point.
Oh, my God. Jesus.